What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're gonna have to talk about something I had to do. I had to do this, bro. I rage sold Mike Evans, and I'm gonna explain to you guys a couple things about what's going on with this game. Since the most recent patch, a lot of things have been subtle, but they just don't work the same. One of the things you may have noticed is the high point pass is a little bit it's more dangerous, if that makes any sense. Like if you play a complete, a guy that doesn't have any sight in their eyes, they will just high point it, and no matter who your user is, you can't really get that uplifting animation, right? Those are the couple things. So that's why I got rid of Kyle Hamilton. Mike Evans is just not fast enough on a Legend theme team. As good as it is to have 93 speed, you're better off holding on to Carmichael right now, to just be quite honest, because it doesn't, to play and have a card that doesn't, he can't beat the press. After the first day, he's just been trash. So I don't know what he's doing, and I had to get rid of him now. More than likely, the cards that they release now, I think they're probably going to give us a Zero Chill Carmichael, because they're just devilish enough to do that. And the game is already at a point where it's like nobody wants to play it, so you might as well make it, more unplayable, to be honest. So what did I do? Let me just go ahead and go over the squad real quick, give you a team update, let you guys understand what's going on. I added Harold Carmichael back. One of the things that I really probably would recommend maybe doing for this guy is probably giving him red zone threat. I know it's weird because why would you do that? But when you get into the red zone, that is the hardest place to actually score in this game, and it's been like that for a while. I think red zone threat will give you guys a better opportunity to be able to go ahead anywhere on the field and make a play. Now look, this is another thing. If you try to burn someone deep and they have a KO, by default, you're going to drop the ball anyway if they lightly tap you. There's nothing you can really do about that. It doesn't matter if you combine deep in, deep out. It doesn't matter. The game is manufactured and developed in a lab where they're looking for rage. So that's not going to work regardless. So you might as well get an advantage inside of the red zone, so that way you can just throw a Stevie and he'll probably catch it. So I just wanted to go ahead and add that to let you guys see what's going on. All right, so for me, it makes sense to keep Carmichael over Mike Evans, simply because if I need to go up and get that thing, he's probably going to go up and get that thing. Now, Calvin Johnson, speaking of the deep out and deep in, he gets both of them for 1 AP. All right, because this is 0 AP and this is 1 AP. A lot of you guys have been asking me, does it really matter if you have deep in? No. The same way it doesn't matter if you have deep in KO defensively. Deep in KO is one of the worst abilities made in the game. It sucks, and EA Sports knows that, which is why they keep giving it to you in the bonus box for Sean Taylor and all these other cards, because it's something that they want people to be able to utilize and rage about. All right? This is something that I think is very important that you guys understand and get through your heads, bro. A lot of these abilities don't work. And even with the practice mode, it won't. What works inside the practice mode in the regular game and what works inside the actual game, it doesn't matter. And I believe it's going to be similar with the new launch practice mode that they have right now. Back in the day with Madden, if something that you labbed on a certain difficulty worked in practice mode, it worked in the game. They stopped doing that Madden 15 or something like that, where we discovered this is working here, why isn't it working there type thing. So they've been working to make it so that you have to play online to see what works. And one of the other things, another pro tip, if you play a solo battle, right, and something works in the solo battle legendary, it's going to work in the real game, an online head-to-head. That is a fact. But everything else doesn't really matter. So I haven't even gone into practice mode, to be honest, because Weekend League and, well, not Weekend League, but MUT Champs, that's been my practice mode for a minute. Jumping over to the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Lawrence Taylor has no abilities other than pick artist for 0. All right, Reggie White is running around with El Toro. At this point, this game is so fundamentally trash, you have to experiment and see what actually makes sense to run. The caveman, we give him inside stuff just for just to have something on him. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal, just put something on him. Now, the deep out KOs, I also give them pick artists. You'll notice that Tillman, we use 3, and on Mike Haynes is 2. Because obviously they have the boxes screwed up with these players. And then with Sean Taylor, one of the interesting things about that, like I was saying, they go ahead and give him deep in KO for 1. This is a trash ability. I almost actually raid sold Sean Taylor earlier today because of how trash this ability is. And it doesn't cause knockouts, and it's useless. And these guys keep putting it in the box of the special bucket for the players, and it's completely idiotic, but it's not going to stop. So what I would suggest is just deal with it. All right, bro, because you ain't gonna do nothing about it anyway. All you're gonna do is just, like, bro, it is what it is. I also want to point out that this man has a 99 zone when he's chemmed, and he still gets dotted directly in the eye sockets. All right, so you guys got to understand the way that this game is broken for the year. Whatever you're seeing now, this is what it's going to be. The only thing that they've changed is they've allowed people to sit in the pocket for 55 years and 2 weeks. And then, you know, like, pretty much if you got edge protectors, you're good. You have to run dollar to get in off the edge. One of the other things that I want to point out, though, when you start to run dollar now, what I've been seeing these bums do is just throw it right to the flat immediately. And with your guy in the flat, the players still catch the ball because the flat zones are still broken. So I just want to make sure you guys understand. If you wanted to raid sell Sean Taylor, I would totally understand. The only reason that he's on my team right now is because he's one of the fastest safeties, and I pair him with Atwater because they're both 95 speed chemmed up. So that's pretty much the only reason that he's there. There's literally no other reason about what's going on. So in that regard, with this right here, I also hold up. Why does he have? Oh yeah, we gave him deep out. We gave him deep out. Okay, so he gets deep out zone KO, and we gave him pick artist. Because we don't have D-line abilities, we were able to like move the AP around. And, you know, he'll get a knockout in key situations by just touching, you know, making any contact with any of the players. It'll happen right away. So that's also something that's pretty big for the team in general. So, you know, looking at the way that I'm starting to reconstruct the team, I'm just letting you guys understand the way that this game plays. It's a really bad experience for all parties involved if you have to play online. So, like I said, I've already recommended that you guys take care of that deck the halls to get the free player, Adoree Jackson. This will give you some time to, like, you know, rage to yourself a little bit and kind of get some of the stuff out of your psyche. They've removed the online head-to-head version. They've put it on, they've taken it back, all that stuff, because it's still broken and gives out all the rewards with one win. They can't figure it out. It's fine. But this one right here, you know, when you win 30 games, you're going to get a free 90 overall. It starts in the third quarter, so I think you guys should be able to handle it. I'm just going because some people were still asking about it. I would get it done. If that's something that you're looking to do. You also get XP that goes towards the field pass for Zero Chill, and I think everybody is looking to get all of the free rewards before December 25th. I would assume that. Not saying that everybody's gonna be able to do it, but you do get some decent stuff. You know what I'm saying? So large presence, whatever, 85 plus, whatever. You get stuff. And then most of you guys are just trying to gun for the 92 overall BND Deion Sanders. So, you know, there's a different thing there for everyone. I'm gonna keep grinding it because I think, but you know, once they put these house rules back up and we get 7,000, and then we, you know, do a little bit of this, like, you know, forcing fumbles, which is very difficult to do, even when somebody has no stamina. We get the 30 wins here, get the Adoree Jackson, that's another 8,000. Just keep in mind, though, that the competitive pass actually adds XP as well. So make sure you're grinding this in addition to everything else. But again, if you're having issues with anything going on, or you're like, yo, this guy sucks, more than likely that player does suck. Don't be sad if you have to raid sell Sean Taylor. He's just not good at, you know, like, in the game, he's not, like, the game is so wild. You're probably not going to have a lot of fun utilizing him, but again, it is what it is. If you want to keep him like me for the speed, do that. I wouldn't waste the extra XP on giving him like a deep out or whatever because he's playing safety. Just give him pick artists and let him go to work. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.